Well, folks, Happy New Year. The only constant, as they say, is change, and there's lots of it happening with the passing through Congress of Secure Act 2.0. So what does it mean for you? Well, could be substantial. So let's go through my 6 or so key sort of areas that the government tackled. There's, of course, many other things that I'm not addressing here, but these are the ones I think are most relevant. For starters, RMDs, required minimum distribution, used to be 70.5. As we know it, it's 72 now. And moving forward, if born 1950 or earlier, you're still 72 or 70.5, whichever you qualify for originally. If you're born 1951 to 1959, you're now at age 73 that you have to take funds out. And 1960 or later, so me, for instance, you are now, don't have to take anything out of a retirement plan until you are 75 years old. Kind of substantial, if you ask me. The next thing is probably the biggest piece they attacked, which is Roth accounts, Roth IRAs, 401ks, you name it. So now, let's see, if you have a Roth 401k and you contribute to it, the match dollars, assuming there's a match, go into your Roth account, not pre-tax, where it previously had gone. So if you contribute to a Roth 401k, the match dollars will go into the Roth. You will also be taxed on those dollars. With Roth 401ks, there's now no RMDs, which more closely aligns with Roth IRAs. There is, if you make over $145,000 or more in your Roth at all, then you must contribute your catch-up contributions to a Roth 401k. The catch-up can't go pre-tax, so it's sort of forcing a higher tax ability for those high earners, as the government sees it. And what else did they attack? You also can now do a Roth SEP IRA or simple IRA. Pretty interesting for smaller or solo employed individuals. So a lot of things with the Roth. Additionally, my third point happens to be with 529 plans, which also has now a Roth feature. So a 529 plan, if open for 15 years, and your beneficiary, let's say my kid, and it's open for 15 years, I can now contribute up to $35,000 over a lifetime to a Roth IRA for them. So let's say my oldest daughter doesn't go to school or gets a full ride, or I just want to convert her to a Roth. What I can do is I can take money each year, as long as it's open 15 years and I didn't contribute, and none of the dollars contributed in the last 5 years, previous 5 years, can be eligible. But I can, for her, take $6,500 a year and just move it to a Roth in her name. Now, no matter what her earnings limit are, I can do it. Whatever the IRS allows you to do, you can do. Now, if she contributes to a Roth IRA, that is offset against it, but it's a great planning tool and a neat option for those who have money left over in a 529 plan. Next, surviving spouse beneficiaries on retirement plans. It used to be that you can leave it in their name, but it's kind of still qualified in yours, or you can move it into your name. Now, not only can you leave it in the deceased spouse's name, it can act as if it's the deceased spouse's. This really only comes into play if your spouse is younger and passed away before you, because it gives you more options that you can do, stretch it differently, and use RMDs differently. It just opens up and cleans that little loophole a little bit for us. The last two, this is the most interesting one. So increased catch-up provisions. So starting in 2025, if you're 60, 61, 62, or 63, that's it. Your catch-up provision in a retirement plan is $10,000 or 150% of the regular catch-up amount, whichever is higher. Kind of odd that they picked those 4 years to be eligible for it. Only those 4 years. 59 doesn't qualify. 64 doesn't qualify. But I guess they're opening up for those in that little window, which is, again, odd. The last thing that I'll mention here today is qualified charitable contribution, QCD. So at 70.5, stay 70.5. You can always take 100,000 hours out of your retirement plan and contribute straight to a charity, which instead of pulling in and then giving to a charity. Moving forward, starting in 2024, that will be indexed for inflation. So expect to see that go up each year and giving you more and more ability if you're charitably inclined and want to give more to charity and not have it touch your income whatsoever. So there are some 6 key points that I think are worth mentioning. Hope you liked it. As always, I'm Andrew Rosen, President of Diversified. Stay wealthy, stay healthy, and stay happy. Bye.